Drew. You ready, Drew?
I'm ready.
Drew Josephine. J, Drew Dog, Drew, homie, Drewy Drew, double, triple D's, triple D,
That's not my real name.
Are we rolling?
Yes.
Just go to the intro. Sorry. Welcome back. It's Retro Replay here in the basement. Nolan North, Josephine J. Drusif. PJ's in the back somewhere. And, of course, Paul Both making us all sound super sexy. Today I'm going to do this show like Sam Elliott. Ram tough. Roadhouse. Good night. We could do that, you know?
Ram tough.
We'd get more views if I just did it like that.
Just the whole episode.
Just the whole episode would be like, good morning. My mustache made love to 3 women last night while I was playing poker. Good night. That's it. That'd be the show. And then you cut to the mustache lying in bed with models.
Just the mustache?
Yeah, no, just the mustache.
Like on a pillow?
It has, yeah, on a pillow. It has a life of its own. Hey, a collection of Pokemon cards. Let's go right from that. Speaking of Pokemon. Try to make Pokemon dirty, but it's too easy. Pokemon cards, okay? My kids got into these for like 10 minutes. Expected to fetch up to 100,000 pounds money, not like weight of like stones or something. Rare Pokemon cards expected to fetch 100,000 pounds when it goes up for sale in Lichfield, UK. Coincides with the 25th anniversary, which is this year, of the collectible cards coming out. This is what I don't get about this. The sale comes after the auction house saw the first edition base set go for 25,000 pounds in July. Is that what happened? Is the COVID and the election and everything just jack things up by 4?
I mean,
I'm not good at math, but 25 that's 4 times higher.
Yeah.
42 lots, including 100,000 PSA graded first edition cards. Okay, I collected baseball cards and football cards when I was a kid. Had some hockey, but you know, most of the Canadian kids were like, "Ooh, sorry, can I get some of that? I'll pay you." I think we just traded it for beer.
Michael, I'll trade you this sweet Onyx card for your Mr. Mime. What? No way, that's a ripoff.
Yeah, you know what? And we have Pokemon cards, and now I'm going to send my kids into the storage unit, and we're going to see if we got a bundle. I doubt it. I love this story. So, famous steakhouse called Peter Luger's Steakhouse in Brooklyn, New York. Because of COVID restrictions and, you know, you're 6 feet of Kevin Bacon, they teamed with Madame Tussauds Celebrity Wax Museum, also a lovely one in London, and they actually brought in the wax statues and put them at the bar. Look at that. He's just at the bar like, oh yeah, it's John Hamm from Mad Men. So, you know, like, rather than this seat is empty, please social distance, they put wax figures in the seats. John Hamm, Michael Strahan, Jimmy Fallon, Al Roker, only 1 seat now, used to be 2 seats. And Audrey Hepburn as Holly Golightly, Breakfast at Tiffany's. Holly Golightly, clearly a porn name, but with the lovely Audrey Hepburn, it works.
How do I look?
Very good. I must say I'm amazed.
Peter Luger thought it'd be a fun, safe way to fill some of the seats that need to remain empty for social distancing. And it's pretty cool, but kind of creepy. I find wax museums creepy.
I do too, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's just, I don't get it. It's like, I went in to see the celebrity.
I wonder if though, like, did you ever see the movie House of Wax?
You're saying that that's a real person?
It's kind of terrible, but kind of fun with Elijah.
I remember it.
Alicia Cuthbert, is that how you say it?
Was she
was in 24.
I don't want to lose you. I don't.
Yes, I know.
And but they would like wax the people while they were still alive. So if I go there, I'm going to be like, John Hamm, are you in there? Are you okay? But then I'm going to be like, what are you drinking?
What if he moved? Would you help him, or would you just scream, run?
Well, I think he's at that point, like his skin would be melted and not in a good place.
Did you guys hear that? That's PJ. Alicia's another Canadian. Put that on the list of we don't give a shit. Okay, close to Canada, Alaska. Our next story comes from. The only American territory that touches nothing but Canada. I think. I don't know.
Except for that land bridge to Russia.
Cut that out. Trying to make me look like an idiot. Alaska woman bit on the butt by a bear. That sounds like a... Bit on the butt by a bear. That's alliteration. While using an outhouse. Okay, ooh, right? Had the scare of a lifetime at an outhouse in the backcountry, attacked by a bear. She went out to the outhouse, sat down to use the toilet, and a bear bit her on the ass. I think I would rather have... This doesn't scare me as much as the stories I've heard where somebody sits down at the toilet at night in their home or something, like normal people. They don't shit outside. And a snake has been in the toilet or something.
That's creepy.
That would freak me out.
Yeah.
Like, now, if there was a bear in my toilet, I'm kind of impressed. But the bear bit her on the butt.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what she was doing. I don't know, probably number 1 or 2. And maybe he was like, is that chocolate? And just, no, it was not chocolate.
No.
So, yeah, Shannon Stevens was with her brother Eric and his girlfriend. They'd taken snowmobiles into the wilderness to her brother's yurt. Okay, he lives in a yurt. 20 miles northwest of Haines, Alaska. Her brother ran out when he heard screams. And yeah, it turns out it was a black bear had crawled somehow
into the
thing.
In the outhouse.
Now, I don't exactly know how the outhouses work, but in Germany, this is a Scheisse bear because this is one who's just like, but I think this is why they people, when you go camping, you have to relieve yourself. See, I'm being professional today. You have to relieve yourself in, at night, you hang your food from a tree, right? And you're supposed to relieve yourself in certain national parks. I believe it's like a canister that stays closed because they're attracted by the fecal matter. Shit.
Or dig a latrine and you bury it.
Yeah, and you bury it.
Right.
But in an outhouse, I guess that's the principle, right?
Right.
It's, do you know how an outhouse works?
I mean,
I apologize. I should have read ahead.
Other than, this sounds like a
It's
sophisticated...
not just a hole, right?
Well, yeah, most outhouses are. It's just a hole. Like an old school outhouse, you literally dig a hole and you build a shed on top of it, right? And then...
A shit shed.
Shit, yeah. But like modern day outhouses, usually there's a septic tank under there. And so like there's a tank in the ground that they can pump out. And then the outhouse like sits.
But that's modern.
Well,
listen, in Alaska, he's in a freaking yurt, okay, which is just a fancy tent with a frame. I mean, and by the way, I've been in one in Colorado, just like on a ski mobile thing where they stop and they give you coffee and cookies and cocoa. It's very nice.
Yeah.
They stay incredibly warm.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable just how the shape of that works. Okay, anyway, the black bear got a mouthful of ass and she was bleeding, but she didn't get stitches and she made a full recovery.
Yeah, and a good story.
It's a good story.
I feel like,
I was bit on the butt by a bear.
I guess it's a lesson though. Like, it's probably a good idea to just...
There's a lesson here?
Whatever toilet you're about to sit down on, maybe just check it, give a good glance into the bowl before you sit down on that
it's
bowl.
not. I always do that anyway, because,
Well, apparently this girl did.
But here's the bigger lesson. Don't go to an outhouse. Ever.
No, well, I mean, if you're an adventurous person, if you're in the
shit
middle
on the
of...
floor, say, why do you live in a yurt? Boom. Clean that up. Get on your snowmobile and never speak to your brother again. That's what I say. It's like, what are we doing 20 miles in the wilderness in a tent where I shit outside in the snow, where bears live? What are we thinking? This is God's country. This is the bears' country. This is where they live. We go in here. I mean, how would you feel? You walk into your house, just go to use the bathroom. There's a bear sitting there just reading. It's like, get a little privacy before I bite you. Oh my God. And it's on the bear. This is on the people.
What part would be more scary? The fact that there's a bear in there reading the paper, or the fact that he can talk?
You're going to skip over the fact that he can read? I'd like to see the bear go bite John Hamm's wax ass in the Peter Luger Steakhouse. after he's visited New York after selling his Pokemon cards. That's how you tie up all the stories and topics and tangents.
Tangents.
Oh, shit. Let's play a game.
Wow.
But first, this. Hey, it's your old pal, Uncle Noley. I've been downgraded. I only have a few questions. You ready? I am. Mariano Yuba writes, Uncle Noley, I had this unsettling dream where I died a few days ago, and I'm still a bit disturbed. What can I do? Well, Mariano, you can wake up and realize you're not dead. All right? It's a dream. I had a dream the other day that, Bo Derek came back in her heyday and did some dirty, oily things to Uncle Noley's groin. But guess what? I woke up, and I was alone. And my dog was looking at me. It was weird. But then I watched 10 again, and Bo Derek looked great. She never slept with Dudley Moore. Look it up.
Uncle Noley knows.
Our next question comes from Giles. Uncle Noley, who's your favorite singer from the Rat Pack? I've always loved Sinatra, but I feel like everyone does. Well, that's because everyone does love Sinatra, because if you didn't, he'd break your legs. But back to your question. Personally, although I love Sinatra, my favorite singer from the Rat Pack is good old Dean Martin. That's right. He's just the smoothest crooner around. I enjoyed all his songs, I got all his albums, and I'm going to listen to him till the day I die, okay? Dean Martin, king. The king. Not Elvis, different king. Dean Martin.
Uncle Noley knows.
Katie Ricardo writes, Uncle Noley, how can I stop other people from interrupting me when I speak? It's very frustrating because when I try to talk to my family, I always get cut off in the middle of the sentence. Well, thank you for giving me the definition of interrupting. First of all, it's a very nasty habit when people are interrupting. It means they're not really listening to you. They're just thinking about what they have to say next. So what you do, the first time they interrupt, you say, excuse me, I'm sorry you interrupted me. May I finish? If they do it again, do what I do. Spit on them. Always stops the interruption. Usually stops the conversation, which probably wasn't worth having anyway. Enjoy. Boop.
Uncle Noley knows sometimes.
Well, that's all the time we have. It's over. Are we done? We're done. Okay, I'm doing single player.
Yeah,
correct?
let's jump into single player.
Okay.
I can say without a doubt that there are an infinite number of universes. Some are just like our own, but for one or two significant events, exactly the same. Lex Luthor.
That's why I didn't get the role of Lex Luthor. I think that is perfect voice for him. But they wanted it to be more serious, and I just was like, whatever.
Whatever.
Oh, Gregorian chant? Plane wreck. Plane wreck? I know, it's the Daily Planet.
Planet.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Shit is gonna skew and akimbo. What happened?
Good, right? That's what everybody's asking.
Again, I like how it's cinematic, even though, they're making an idea of...
The nuke. Where'd you get it?
What? You want one? Copy that.
Superman's pissed.
Get away from him. I'm handling this.
Kevin Conroy. Who played Superman in this? I don't remember.
Superman was George Newbern.
Oh, I know George. George, famously, he's the
You drugged me. Made me.
Father of the Bride. Remember Father of the Bride?
Oh,
with Steve
yeah.
Martin?
Yeah.
George is the fiance.
Marry her and one day have children, with grandchildren.
I love the Joker as a villain.
That's why I like you.
The Heath Ledger,
You're much
Dark
more
Knight
gullible.
Joker. I mean, it's incredible.
You have nothing.
But overall, he's just this idea that someone just loves thriving on chaos. It's just so fascinating.
I we talked about this cast in this. I forget who was Joker.
Joker was Richard Epcar.
Richard Epcar did. Oh, Richard's done it before. He's great.
Yeah.
That's enough.
Oof.
I know it's soon, but think you'll ever love again? Maybe you won't kill your next family.
Like the Joker literally, like Superman killed his own family. Like by setting off a nuclear bomb. So the Joker made him do it.
When?
So he goes crazy.
When
So he
did that
goes
happen?
crazy. So it's like there's like
Elsewhere. Hey, look. This is set in Elsewhere. Hey, look. That is Green Lantern. He likes to fly, but he also likes to wear green. He's great for St. Patrick's Day. Elsewhere. Uh-oh. That's not working. Yes, it is. I like superhero movies.
yeah.
Green Lantern, Alan Tudyk.
Yeah.
Shazam. Hawk Woman. Hawk Girl, right. That's what I meant. Just thought she was older. Wow.
Wonder Woman, Aquaman, let's wrap this up.
Wonder Woman got
Before Luthor throws something else at us.
got the 70s boobs.
Yeah.
Linda Carter.
Right. Yeah. She does. Yeah. It does feel like one.
Got the Linda Carter chest.
Yeah.
I like Gal Gadot. Gal Gadot.
Gadot. Gadot.
Gadot.
I've heard it so many different ways.
It's not Gadot.
It's not?
Gal Gadot.
I feel like everybody says it wrong then.
Oh no, but she said it on like a Jimmy Fallon or something. She was talking about it.
Gal Gadot.
The Gadot can be better.
Gadot.
More T at the end. Yeah.
Gadot.
Yeah.
It's cool to see Raven like older here. Like I'm so used to seeing her in like Teen Titans, kind of like young version.
I'm trying to. I can't remember what I sounded like as General Zod. This was so long ago.
You'd have this mess cleaned up by now. Name's Cyborg, not Miracle Worker.
Did you have to say the famous line? Kneel before
After I check out Arkham, have to make sure Luthor didn't bust him out.
Oh man.
Be there soon.
So what? So I start as Batman? Is that what that means?
Yeah. So each chapter, you kind of like you take over a certain character and you kind of play through that that character. Kind of introduce you through several.
What is that?
This is cool.
How'd Joker do this?
He didn't. The real trap is behind us.
All right. The telegraph. There you go. Combos. Oh, well, oh, that was good. Oh, nice jump.
Not sure how I did it.
You hit up. See, you're doing good. You're doing good though. You're winning the day. Oh, that was good. Oh, it hit circle, tap or hold circle. Oh, nice. What? Hold circle.
Hold circle?
Yeah. Or tap circle. No, it's not activated yet.
You'll have to kill me.
Tempting.
Who's the freaky doctor checking this shit out?
Right? Hit Alt2 again when you're like in the middle of the screen. I think there's some like so the whole what's cool about the level is it's you can utilize it as like a way to, you can like pull items.
Sorry, Deathstroke. No bonus for you.
Oh, nice. You can pull items from like the background and use them as like weapons.
Oh, so I won.
Come in.
Yeah. And it kind of continues right into the story.
You know what sucks is I don't. That's very cool. I didn't even know I won until I won.
Well, there's a health bar.
Oh. Oh, that's cool. Get him, Alan. Yay.
Shazam!
Who's that guy?
Black Adam.
Somebody I don't know.
I think he's going to be played by The Rock in a future movie.
Really?
Green Arrow. What was that? Thunder of the gods, Flash. Thunder of the gods. What does that make us?
Wow, that's probably Fred. Fred does such good.
Poor slobs who clean up the mess.
Does such good like creature noises like that. This is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, the opening's pretty, like the whole game's really cool cinematics.
Bane.
Now, if there are no further interruptions.
Who's that?
That's Lex Luthor.
That's Luthor, yeah.
It took me almost 2 minutes to break your encryption. Nice work.
Faye.
Yeah.
He esperado mucho tiempo para esto. Now I break your back.
So that's
now
that's Fred. Bane.
I have no defense, so.
All right, you got this. All right, it's time to fight. Stop jumping. Yeah, there you go.
I don't know how to jump.
There you go. That was good.
Yeah, this isn't gonna last long, and I'm just. And all I have is punches. I don't even know.
So
what
back, what you're doing with some. Oh, there you go. All right, your meter's full. Do you want to do a special move?
Yeah.
L2, R2.
Oh, a little electrocution.
Yeah, a little knee to the face.
Here comes the car.
And
Coming down.
you're dead. See, I don't know how you survived that. Dude,
did I just knock him out by punching him in the dick?
You did.
Wow.
You did.
Wow.
I mean,
that'll bring us that you know what? That's the story for next week. Woo!
That is Bane's like Achilles heel.
Psychopaths like you.
You hero types are all alike.
Man.
Less imposing close up.
You're testing my patience.
Resigned to throwing toys.
Time to teach you humility.
Ah, shit. All I have to do is press the right button. I couldn't even do that.
No, it's okay. You're gonna end up here anyway.
Oh, you know what? Even the nut punch works in a big suit like that. Tell me what to do, Dro.
Hit circle.
Fire again.
Oh shit! Stop shooting the damn thing.
Dude, you beat Luther.
Superman, report.
It's done. The others are mopping up. I'm taking Doomsday
See,
to deep
so
space.
Luther proving that if
Make
I
sure
can beat
it's very
Luther,
deep
he's a weak villain. But Zod, who I played, he's bad.
What's that?
It's the none of
Zod
your
is
damn
pretty
business
badass.
alone.
Kneel before Zod. I think it was kneel before Zod.
Yeah.
Something like that. I think that's what I was doing.
That sounded way better.
I believe it was something like this.
He was British.
Well, it was mid-Atlantic.
Mid-Atlantic?
Yeah. Mid-Atlantic. That's a thing.
Most of the league dies.
Is it like in the ocean? Like in the middle of the Atlantic?
You know what? Enough of this.
In my own image of
Wait.
He was
No,
done.
we gotta
You have
play.
to-
I want you to play as Aquaman.
Code red. Everyone to these
Why?
coordinates, now.
Because he's badass.
Aquaman. Really badass? The only reason he's badass is because our buddy Phil LaMarr plays Aquaman. Other than that, I mean, he's the guy who's like, come in the water and say that. Sit on the beach and flip him off, and moon him. Aquaman can't do shit. Except like throw perch at you.
I don't know. He's got the trident. It's pretty badass.
Go.
I mean,
Tara Strong, by the way, one of my favorite
Yeah.
Harley Quinns.
yeah.
Batman.
See, this is how nuts the Joker is. He's willing to like blow up himself in the entire city of Metropolis.
Why so jumpy? I merely took it off standby. It's this button you've got to worry about.
There they are. Keep him talking, Bruce.
Go, Flash, go. Run, Barry, run.
Don't wait for us, Barry. Go!
You push that button and 8 million die.
8 million and 2, darling. I was going to enjoy the fireworks from a safe distance. But now that you're here, what say we have one last dance?
If only he was faster. But wait. You've not time traveled. You've entered another universe. The one where Batman or Superman is evil.
What the hell's the matter with this thing? This is somehow your fault.
Metropolis, and yet.
You know what? Fucking
Maybe
kill-
I was too
Just kill him.
sentimental before.
Just chop his fucking head
I'll
off.
be fine without
Right? You're like, he's so problematic.
Screw this. I'm not going to lose to the Joker. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring in Aquaman himself, Phil LaMarr. Drew, get me Phil LaMarr.
Let's do it. We'll bring him in.
Hey everybody, it's Phil LaMarr. Phil, thanks for joining us. What's up, buddy? How you doing?
What's up, Nolan? The master of alliteration.
Yes.
And vocalization.
Yes. Oh, I like that. Alliteration and vocalization. Thank you very much. Phil has been like one of the guys that I remember watching on Mad TV.
You smell good.
We just had the office painted.
I was always a huge fan of anybody in sketch, and then I remember working with you a bunch of times, and I'm going to start this off with, I got into voiceover from doing a bunch of the, on-camera stuff, and I got into it and I loved it, but I didn't know, and I remember, you never know when, if you're in, because there's a group of guys that you always admire, you watch it, and you start working with them, and Phil was one of the first people. I sat there, I was telling him this, and he goes, Nolan, you're in the club. You've made it there. So, and I was like, and it wasn't, I mean this sincerely. It wasn't until that conversation we had that I was like, if Phil LaMarr says I'm in, I guess I'm an official voiceover guy. And I thank you for that, because I've never forgotten it. And I've told people this story, but now, all 7 of our watchers will know it.
See, now, the sad thing is, he doesn't tell you when that happened. That was at the premiere for Uncharted 3. And he didn't think he was in the club yet.
Oh, it was before that, wasn't it? Wasn't it?
Yes, I'm messing with you.
I'm getting old. I don't remember. Okay, Paul, how are you? What? Where's the cat? Oh, it's over here.
But see, the funny thing about being an old guy in VO is the bar is so high. Like, Welker has been doing, Frank Welker, for those who don't know, has been doing the voice of Freddy since 1969.
Hey, would you do it for a Scooby Snack? Oh gosh, well come on guys. Hey, I can drive because I have the license.
And even though we've been doing it now for a long time, we still can't, reach his coattails.
Yeah, no.
So, like, even if you're getting old as a VO guy, you still have Frank's bars. Like, okay, I have to be incredibly nice. I have to be incredibly talented, still audition, and, keep working hard and, create a wonderful environment for everybody else.
So today, Zack Snyder's, after all the hubbub, his new, the Snyder cut, which is, I heard about this, it's 3 days long.
Right, exactly.
It's 72 hours long.
They should just call it League of the Rings.
League. Clever. One ding. That's one for Phil LaMarr. League of the Rings. It comes out today. Zack Snyder's cut. Are you gonna go see this?
No.
Wait.
I'm gonna go watch a longer version of a movie I already saw and didn't like.
Yeah, that's my problem. I don't know. I don't know about this. I mean, like if the movie theaters were open and my kids were like, "Hey, come on, we're gonna go," it's like, it's my boys, let's go, we're gonna do that. I don't know. I just don't know if I'm curious enough to know if what they like. Oh, that's different.
Right. No. Like,
I don't know.
I don't know about you, Nolan, but I'm the kind of guy who never watched DVD extras. Like, I will listen to somebody tell a story about the thing, but I'm not gonna watch and stop and Google. It's like, no, I want a story. And if I already know the story, like, I'm not going to go watch Justice League. I'm going to go watch something I don't know how it ends.
Well, it's now, like you said, with the internet, you could probably watch the stuff that wasn't in the first one. Save yourself at least a day.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll wait 2 weeks and watch the new scenes on YouTube.
Exactly. That and hell, and neither of us are in the movie, so screw it. Who wants to see that? Doesn't have Nolan or Phil. We don't want to see it. Hey, you know what? I'm gonna do something I never do on this show because most of my
pan up.
Most of my humor is puerile and immature, and just I don't like to get into stuff. But I wanted to talk to you about something because you and I had a great discussion one time at a con. I think we were in Manchester, and I wanted to get your point of view on what's going on with race and voiceover. Because the interesting thing is you and I have played a number of different ethnicities. I have played black characters. I didn't do a black voice. A couple of the characters were just my voice, and it was part of as most people in animation know, they get the voice they hire you for, and then a couple extra for the same rate. Right. And sometimes it's just like a guy saying, "Hey, would you like to order now?" And the animators later go in and make that a person of color. And it's just been. And recently we had this great discussion between racism and stereotypes, and it was very enlightening. It was very interesting to look at. And with what's going on in our world and our culture, right. and recently our mutual friend Kevin Michael Richardson was placed onto The Simpsons, and Harry Shearer is no longer doing this.
Dr. Hibbert.
Dr. Hibbert. So, and as somebody who is a person of color that has done white guys, what do you think? Where do you think this leads us? Because what do you think? What do you think we're doing in this business now? And where's the line, if there is one, or is it like no? If because I've always embraced. I like our differences, and I think that's what made this country the melting pot. I think we are different. People are different, and it's okay. Just be accepting of people's differences. As somebody, so where? You get it. Go, run. I don't know where to stop.
Well, it's funny because I recall, you asking me, and I give you credit for this long before it was a social topic. You asked why is it some people think not okay for a white actor to play a black role. And I'll tell them now what I told you then. There's 2 levels to it, at least 2 levels. There's way more, but the first 2 are, 1, the principle of it.
Which I agreed with.
Actor,
I get that.
Any actor should be able to play any role they can believably play. All things being equal, let whoever is the best get the role.
Right.
Problem is, the second thing is the practical level. All things are not equal. And back when we had this discussion, it was like, look, 95% of the roles in video games, and probably at that point 80% in animation, were roles for white guys. So, as a black actor, if the thing is just wide open, I'm competing not only with the 12 black guys who are allowed to do animation, but the 120 white dudes for every black part. So, which makes it almost because the thing is, they're not going to consider me for the white parts.
But haven't you done some?
Yes, but 9 out of 10 times, the way a person of color gets into voiceover is a ethnically specific part.
Right. Okay.
But then, like you said, they get 3 roles, and you throw down a voice and like, oh, he can do a voice that doesn't sound specifically black or whatever. And so then you get in the mix because you're worth the money.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because again, if your sound is only specific, if you have a very specific accent or something, they're losing money on you. But now here's the third aspect of the difference between me playing a white character and you playing a black character. Unfortunately, in our society, they're not equal. There is not the same history to both.
Right.
Like, there was never a time when black people had all these theaters and we dressed up in, toothpaste and did, here's my white guy. That didn't happen.
Toothpaste. I like that.
But unfortunately, there is a long negative history of white actors portraying black people in a negative way. And it's a little silly to try to pretend that doesn't exist. So like the thing with Kevin and The Simpsons, and this is something I pointed out to somebody online the other day, is like, look, you're looking at a 1989 decision through 2021 eyes.
Exactly.
In 1989, nobody gave a shit about the ethnicity of the actors doing minor parts. Early 2000s, I was on cartoons, Rob Paulson's playing young Asian boys, because it was a second or third voice. And this is not about us, the actors. This is about the producers and the people in the decision-making, positions.
Right.
And for them, ethnic representation was not important enough back then for them to put in the extra work or the extra money, extra work to find an actor that matches that character, or the extra money to just bring someone in specifically for, like, the Dr. Hibbert character. Like, everyone's like, they made Harry Shearer. It's like, dude, Harry Shearer was already in the room. He was doing six other characters. They just threw, we need somebody to do this one. There's the doctor in the scene on page 38. Harry?
Yeah.
The difference now is we have a different perspective on what representation means and the importance of it, and one of my metaphors is there was a time when women were not allowed on theater stages.
That's right.
Like in Shakespeare's time, all those female parts were played by men.
Yep.
And that was fine. That was okay. That we don't want a woman among those theater people. It's unsafe, unsavory.
Right.
She'd be violated, But now we look at it through it's like, why shouldn't a woman be an actor? Why shouldn't a woman be able to express themselves on stage? And, so in that sense, the representation means something new, different now than it did then. And now we're looking at the ethnicities of characters, and you're absolutely right. Like, and people have gotten on my case for saying this a couple of years ago. Like, I say voices do not have color.
Yes.
Now, nobody gets the irony there. It's like, dude, that is an unassailable fact. Something you can't see literally doesn't have a color.
Yeah.
But what I mean by that is, how someone sounds does not necessarily, I mean, there are, there are black dudes who sound like this. There are also black guys who sound like this,
And you can do all of
them. But, and where it stops, and this is something else that a lot of people who are upset about this, like, where do we draw the line? And I love when someone says that, because I go like, dude, you realize that is the exact same argument that anti-gay people say when they're about to say, once we have gay marriage, what's to keep people from having sex with ducks?
Which, by the way, I've done, and it's fantastic. I'll a duck. I don't know about you guys. Oh. Anyway.
But the truth is, like, okay, where is the line in your brain, in your nonsensical brain? Apparently nowhere. But in the real world, among the rest of us, the line is at once we reach a level of equality, when the number of roles of various ethnicities match the number, when the opportunities for actors of those colors equal the, representation of those people in society. Because that's the thing we're all forgetting, is that where we started, all these roles were you, even the kids.
I didn't get those roles. Though.
And by you, I don't mean you specifically.
I know, I'm kidding.
Nolan North. But you are the quintessential handsome white actor man. Look at him. Look at that jawline. Why wouldn't you build all of Western civilization and culture around that guy? Look at him.
That's because I have colitis. Anyway, I'm not gonna. I don't want to keep you any longer than we have. You have been amazing.
No, thank you so much for doing this, man. But no, I mean, having the bravery to touch on this really complex topic, because it is important to us because this is our livelihood. But the thing that a lot of people just keep trying to oversimplify it, and there's a lot of aspects to it. I mean, there's, like I said, the principle of it. Then there's the practicality of it on a just business standpoint.
Yep.
Then there's the history that attaches to this stuff. And then, of course, there's looking at old decisions 30 years ago through now. It's like, you have to look at them the way they were at the time. But also, and this is the thing that I really want to get people, like when this was all going down last March, the only interview I did was with the Washington Post, because I really wanted to get across this idea that, like, all of these people are focusing on the actors. Harry Shearer, Kristen Bell. It's like, no, you should be focusing on the producers, the people who cast these actors. Don't cast themselves.
Oh, if I would work all the time if that happened.
Well, I would work once, but I would just pay myself a shit ton.
Ooh, that's smarter. By the way, it's funny. I see those deals like, oh yeah, they got, they're making $2 million an episode now. I'm like, I do about 5 episodes and walk. I mean, I'll be like, I'll take 10. I don't know. But you turn down 60 million. I don't need that. You give me 10 million. You never see my white ass again. I'd be gone. I'd be like, whatever.
I love that.
I would. I'd just be like, it's like, hey, are you ready for the next episode? Too many words to remember. Yep. I have $10 million.
I love that. They're all sitting around set. It's like, where's Nolan? It's like,
he didn't show up to the table read. FaceTiming.
He
What's up?
Island.
What's up, stupid? Mojito. Boom. I wouldn't buy an island. I'd just go live on it. No. I just wouldn't come home.
He'd be the world's richest homeless man.
Yes, exactly. That's it. Just sitting there. I'd rent. I'd rent in Studio City, something small. $10 million. He's paying like $700. It's rent control. What am I going to do?
Which is actually not a bad plan. It's like, I can live like this till I'm 200.
Can't take it with you. Prove it. Phil, thank you. Being enlightening, being a friend. I appreciate you very much. And I've always been a fan. And thank you for, again, for that first time when you kind of, I'll never forget it. He put his arm in, he goes, you're in the club. You've made it to the club. Because, it's because people always talked about the animation club and the voice. You get in, he's like, you're in the club. And I was like, Phil LaMarr says I'm in the club. I was like, it was important. So thank you. Thanks for being here. And this is what's great, to be able to talk about it, laugh about it, and just have some dialogue. Isn't that an interesting concept in the world these days?
Right. Right.
Republicans, Democrats, work it out.
Talk.
Work it out. Get some booze. I recommend booze.
There you go.
But that's what Congress needs. They need to just like shots.
Yeah.
Right.
You just get some of the more radicals to be like, you know what? Maybe you guys are cool.
Right.
I'm gonna throw up, and then I'm gonna vote yes. Phil, take care, pal. We appreciate you.
Thank you,
Ladies
man.
and gentlemen, Phil LaMarr, legend. Oh, this has been a good day, Drew. This has been a good day. Phil LaMarr, phenomenal.
Awesome
Injustice, the Zack Snyder cut that I just don't know if I can watch it.
Really?
I'm excited. Don't know. I'm excited.
I'm cautiously optimistic, but you know what? It's more superhero stuff, and I nerd out on superheroes, especially Batman, Superman, Flash, Wonder Woman. So I love those characters.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see them on the big screen again, and Zack Snyder's vision. So,
well, I worked with Zack Snyder, so I'm gonna watch it. I'll watch it. And Cooper and Jarrett want to watch it. We're gonna watch it.
Yeah.
We'll sit down there and we'll have fun. Time for our photos and on the bar and our shout-outs. This week, Nicholas Vogt. I believe it's Vogt, and we got that right on one of our members' things. I hope I'm getting it right, Nicholas. Nicholas Vogt is up there. He's my Deadpool man. How are you, buddy? Next up, Tim B. Or Tim hanging out. And of course, finally, Letitia Lemon. I know Letitia. It's Letitia Lemon. But, and again, as I always put it, the finest Marlowe cosplayer on the planet.
Nice.
Thank you for being our photos on the bar this week. Good to have you here in the basement with us. Time for the member shout outs at the Get Good level. Ricky starting up. Got me starting up. Sorry. Don't ever let me do that again. Ulta Gamer 2004. Justin P. Nate the Grades. Nathan H. Thank you. At the Get Good level. Drew Soup, Jacori, Stephanie W, and Jake Brown are swimming in the Drew Soup this week.
I love it.
Oh, that's gross.
Yeah.
The fact that you commented was gross.
What?
That's fine. And finally, at the Altered Beast level. I think this is getting old. I'm thinking, because when I think Altered Beast, I think Paul Both.
We're going to rename it Paul Both.
Altered Both! Tehu, 250. That's Hakan Andre Mirvold. Boy, I hope I was close. Kevin, Kevin K. Kevin Kojancic. Kevin Kojancic. I love you. I'm sorry. And the Andrea. Not just any Andrea. The Andrea. They're all at the Altered Beast level. Thank you to all our members, everybody out there. If you're not a member, click like or subscribe to the corner. Love your feedback. Can always use you here, whether you're a paid member or not. come on, hang out with us. We got a great community, great people,
Yeah.
and we love to have you here. And if you are a member, you get to be on the bar,
Yeah.
and you get the shout out, which is now, if you're not a member, you can't hear this. So this is the shout out. Ah! Woo! Never gets old until it gets too old. Say goodnight, Drew.
Good night, Drew. Yeah, I'm pretty getting good at this.
Ruined it.
Yeah.
You make a grown man cry. Wrap up the wheel at double speed. I take it back to that never side. Do I have to do anything here?
Yeah. Hit start again.
Start again.
Dun, 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 dun.